Dear Mr. President, you're asking us to pay e-tolls. You've appointed a man called Nazir Ali. He earns, Mr. President, an incredible 3.2 million rand a year. Now, this might not seem a lot of money to a lot of you, but to us, to the man in the street, it is a fortune. E-tolls are now running 500 million behind budget, which means that 2/3 of e-toll users are refusing to pay. You are now asking us, the motorists and bikers of the Western Cape, to contribute to this madness? We, Mr. President, say no, and we will fight you on your e-tolls. We will fight you on your toll roads. We too deserve a place in the sun, Mr. President. Lloyd Castle of Biker Basics Motorcycle Academy, respected motorcycle safety consultant and full-time professional motorcycle instructor.
You're going to be on the road and you're going to be using a freeway. It's going to be one of those issues that it's going to hit you one way or another. We need to have more people exercising their right to freedom of expression and exercising their will against something that they don't believe in. So that's my take.
For our roads and the upkeep thereof, in as part of the levy where the fuel price is concerned. So I don't see why we should pay again with a tolling system. You know, I feel that we do contribute enough for the upkeep of our...
Richard Green, MC, DJ, radio presenter, entertainment and branding.
In the Western Cape. What are our chances?
Well, our chances are good if we approach it properly, because remember, the e-tolls, it's not something that we have chosen. It's something that our national government has chosen, and it's just another way of sourcing more funds. And the problem with that is we already, as citizens, besides bikers, besides car drivers, we are all suffering already because of high fuel costs, where fuel levies and taxes are all imposed on us, and now all of a sudden we have to pay for tolls. How much more is the food going to rise by? Because the food has to be transported using petrol. People have to travel to work by car. Most people have been suffering trying to get a 5%, minimal 5% increase in wages and salaries, but everything just increases by 50% every year. So
what's your take on civil disobedience? Do you believe Hunts will have civil disobedience in the Western Cape? In other words, people will not pay toll in the same fashion that they are doing currently up in Gauteng, where 2/3 of the users of the e-toll roads are in fact not paying their fees.
I'm certainly promoting that. Civil disobedience, it's fine.
Hunts,
Amanda
fantastic.
Brewer,
Thank you so much for your
heads
time.
up BAT, Bikers Against Toll in the Western Cape. Amanda is determined that the corrupt ideas and ideologies of SANRAL and tolls of any shape or form will not be welcome in the Western Cape.
Protest ride in Cape Town.
You must be very pleased with the turnout today.
I am. It's absolutely awesome. Awesome.
Do you think Cape Town has finally woken up and we're no longer Slaapstad? We've actually got wakker hier vandag.
I think so, but not there yet, but we're getting there.
Do you think we're going to win this fight?
Of course we are.
Well done. And do you think that if, like Gauteng, where there's been a lot of civil disobedience, nearly 2/3 of motorists and bikers in Gauteng are no longer paying their e-tolls, do you think we'll be as brave as them, and do you think we'll also be as forceful in getting our point across if e-tolls was to come to Cape Town?
I hope so. I hope that people will stand to their promises or keep to their promises.
Amanda, thank you. Thanks very much and well done.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Kevin King from Wheels MCC.
Kevin, tell me, e-tolls, what have you got against e-tolls?
Well, I spent a month in Johannesburg riding my son's two-wheeler, and it was a pain because he got a bill of 38 grand already.
38 grand?
38 grand already, yeah.
So it's a no to e-tolls?
It's a no to e-tolls, definitely.
Thank you, Kevin. Hey, what have you got against e-tolls?
Plenty. I'm up in Joburg and I pass this e-toll every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Have you received an account?
Not yet.
Are you going to pay it?
No.
Fantastic. Well, we're delighted to have your support down here in Cape Town.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hassan, tell me, what have you, Hassan, got against e-tolls?
Look, I don't think there's any. It's it's even simpler than that, because look, you gotta go everywhere. You gotta pay. Even if you go to town, you go to work, you come back, you gotta pay twice. I don't think it's fair. It's unfair because there's a lot of money that's got wasted in the government that we gotta pay for. For instance, look at Zuma, he just says he don't know nothing about the upgrade of Kandla. We don't want anything to do with Ethel either. That's all.
He doesn't want to pay for Nkandla, so why must we pay for Ethel?
That's correct. That's it.
Son, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it. And then just give me your name.
Norman Fisher.
Norman, tell me, Norman, what have you got against e-tolls?
Well, I don't know. We don't really pay e-tolls.
But you're here today. You're supporting the
Yes,
anti-e-toll run today.
Yes, I'm supporting
And
it.
why are you doing that? What?
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous that we bikers must pay the same fee as cars.
Do you have a problem with e-tolls, or you're happy to pay e-tolls, but you want to pay less for bikes, or no e-tolls at all?
No e-tolls at all.
No e-tolls, or you believe we should pay it out of our road taxes the way we do at the moment? Fantastic. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
The question remains, how long can this evil, corrupt and unacceptable system last? SANRAL is required to collect 260 million rand a month to service a debt of 20 billion. They are currently barely collecting 100 million rand a month. That is less than 30%, which would put any normal business at the doors of the bankruptcy courts overnight. And yet, while the government is asking us to tighten our belts and live more frugally, they, the MPs and fat cats, enjoy huge salaries, inflation-related increases, free travel, luxury cars, and all the good things of life. Even our president doesn't spare himself 260 million rands worth of upgrades to his private house, money that is diverted from city improvement projects designed to make our lives a little bit better and easier. The danger is, of course, that our government is too stupid and fails to understand, or probably just couldn't really care, is that once the service delivery protest grows, not the service delivery of throwing stones and burning down schools and throwing bricks at passing cars, but the service delivery protest where taxpayers decide no longer to pay tax en masse. That will bring down our tax collection system, and the income will not flow into the state coffers, and the government will no longer be able to function. That will then really be the end of South Africa as we know it.
Great.
Are e-tolls worth it? You decide.
Pretty much my take on it. I still believe that they probably are going to push it and try to go ahead with it, but we need to have more people exercising their right to freedom of expression and exercising their will against something that they don't believe in. So that's my take.